Hello everyone! Today I'd like to talk about my theory for GFriend's new music video, Fingertip. A lot of people thought this music video was about growing up or a loss of innocence, since this is a lot more mature concept for GFriend. In the past, they've done really cute and sweet music videos and dances, but now they've got these camo outfits and ties and hip-hop solos and that dance move. But taking a closer look at the video, I don't think a just growing up story is the full story. It took me a lot of rewatching, but I've created a theory that coherently explains everything in the video and makes a lot more sense than the loss of innocence theories. So we'll be looking at major symbols, examining the roles of each character, and finally looking closely at the story and solving the mystery once and for all. Most of the video takes place in various dreams, which the characters have and sometimes travel in between. We see at certain points the dream self leaving the actual self to go into these dream worlds. Now, some dreams take place in the real world, not to say they aren't still dreams. I've identified the rooftop, Eunha's room, and the highway to all be real-world dreams, given the similar skies and modern settings. Other dreams take place on different planets or in strange rooms. Each dream world is represented by a glass bead. We see Eunha look into a glass bead that contains Shinbi's dream. It's likely that the larger beads are the worlds people are dreaming in, whereas smaller beads are worlds that don't have anyone dreaming in them. Another dream symbol is the gun. In the normal world, getting shot by a gun is almost always fatal, but remember, you can't die in a dream. So if you get shot, you wake up. Symbolically, this represents that harsh dose of reality that can cause someone to face the facts of life and grow up, leaving their childhood behind. As such, the quote-unquote adult characters are the ones carrying and using these guns. Finally, the butterfly. Some people said this symbolizes innocence that Eunha has to let go of, but I believe it symbolizes the butterfly effect, the power to create massive change through a small action. In this music video, if someone catches the butterfly, they can create whatever massive change they want. And this brings us to the characters. There are two main groups of characters, those who want a butterfly effect to occur and those who don't. The first group consists of Eunha, Shinbi, and Yerin. They want the butterfly, but all for different reasons. Eunha wants it so she can go back to what it was like when she was younger. She longs for her childhood again, and wants to turn back time. Shinbi, on the other hand, wants to turn it forward. She's excited for the future, and just wants to grow up already and become an adult. She's a go-getter, whereas Eunha is a laid-back, wishful thinker. Shinbi and Eunha are also the two most powerful characters in the story, since they have so much knowledge of and control over dreams. Indeed, they both have in their possession a large number of glass beads, or dream worlds. Yerin wants the butterfly too, but she seeks it out by helping others get it. Initially, she sides with Shinbi in trying to move time ahead. So what about the others? So-won, Yuju, and Omji? I call them the hunters, and they want to stop anyone from getting the butterfly. They see how much danger there is in unleashing it, and want to maintain order by stopping anyone who tries to make a butterfly effect happen. So now that we have our setup, let's take a look at the story. Before all the dreams start, we see Eunha chasing the butterfly. Notice that her dress is very sweet and childlike, especially compared to everyone else. But her expression is somber. She's been worn out by life and wants to go back. But before she can reach the butterfly, it disappears in a flash of blue light. She's now in her room, writing "Where are you?" with a drawing of the butterfly next to it. Now without her butterfly, time threatens to turn forward to the point of no return. Indeed, we later see Shinbi holding this rapidly spinning clock as if she's responsible for this. But it's not too late. There's still hope for Eunha, as the butterfly remains uncaught. Now the dreams begin. We see various dream selves entering. Yerin looks down at herself sleeping, Yuju leaves her dream self in a mirror, Omji steps out of herself into another world, and Shinbi steps into Eunha's dream. She looks around, sees Eunha, and panics a little bit, which prompts Eunha to wake up. This is just a false awakening, or maybe her going from one dream into another. She is still dreaming, but now she knows that Shinbi is onto her and out for her. So she picks up a glass bead, which contains Shinbi! We see her running from something, and sure enough, So-won and Yuju are in their car and seem to be going after Shinbi. As I said before, they're in a real-world dream, and Shinbi is not. But she's running as if they're right behind her and is very afraid. Eventually, she turns around and shoots a TV screen, which contains So-won and Yuju's car. Even though they're in different worlds, Shinbi can do quite a bit of damage, considering she's so powerful. But she was never in danger, and this fact becomes important towards the end. The camera zooms out to reveal Shinbi holding her glass bead, but she, along with the other 5 members, are all on someone's fingertip. But whose? Eunha's. Perhaps a sign that she's got things under control. We'll have to see. A door opens in front of her, and we see another dream inside a strange room. Shinbi's sneaking around, looking for the butterfly, but ducks and hides when she sees walk in. Has many stuffed animals locked up in cages. Compare this to Eunha's room, where they're scattered and out in the open. Omji's stuffed animals are definitely not for playing with, and are likely imprisoned. Shinbi tries to walk away, but Omji shoots her down. 2 interesting things happen. 1, various glass beads fall to the floor. Again, we see that Shinbi knows a lot about various dream worlds. But 2, she's still in the dream. She's powerful enough that the energy blast from Omji doesn't knock her out of the dream, just kind of knocks her out. Omji reaches down, likely to get the glass beads, but Shinbi fires her gun, Omji flies off in a burst of heart-shaped smoke, and guess who doesn't show up for the rest of the dream story? Eunha, having missed all the action, walks in. Some of the stuffed animals are now free, and a few start coming to life now that Omji's not around. Eunha picks up a stuffed elephant, but then suddenly looks up. We see that she's inside a box, and that this dream world was made by someone to capture Eunha. This actually makes a lot of sense, since the room looks nothing like any other dream set. It's artificial. But who's got the box, then? Well, Shinbi and Yerin. They've got Eunha and are ready to find that butterfly and turn time forward. But Soan and Yuju come to stop them. They each fire their guns, Yerin and Shinbi duck, the blasts both collide, and everything starts to glitch up. And what happens next is one of the most important plot events in this video. We're about to see some intense stuff happen, so strap in everyone, because up until now we've just been cruising to the top of the roller coaster. The real ride starts here. Eunha lifts up her glass bead and lets out the butterfly. That's right, she's caught it, and she's letting it flap its wings and create Eunha's wish. This isn't a dream, yes, but both Eunha and the butterfly are so powerful that it doesn't matter. There's no going back now. The wish has been fulfilled. All that's left for her to do is wait a few minutes, and time will turn back. So, is that it? Are we done with the story? No. We've still got one more chorus filled with major symbolism, attempts at revenge, and the final meaning that ties all these events together, so let's go! Yuju is floating in Eunha's room, reaching out as if to stop the butterfly, but she can't. The quote-unquote damage has already been done. Soan and Omji are covered in butterflies, suggesting that Eunha's wish will affect them as well. Interesting. Meanwhile, Yerin combines red and blue energy to create a glass bead of her own. Shinbi holds her glass bead tightly. It contains a red flower. Now I bet you thought this was all just filler, but there's more to it. Notice how Eunha's butterfly blue and Shinbi's rose red combine in Yerin's glass bead. She's effortlessly blending these two opposing forces together. And this hints at a greater theme that will become clear very soon. In addition, Eunha's bead, or world, is wide open. Shinbi's is closed shut. But Yerin's is fluid, neither fully open nor fully closed. One more comparison between Eunha and Shinbi. As you probably know, butterflies pollinate flowers. Eunha's doing the action, and Shinbi is receiving. Remember when I said Shinbi was a go-getter and Eunha was a wishful thinker? Well, now the roles are reversed. Eunha is getting stuff done, and Shinbi is the one being affected by it. Again, hinting at this wish affecting people other than Eunha. Remember that. Anyways, Shinbi doesn't like this at all and keeps her flower closed off from the rest of the world so that it can't be pollinated. Hint, not getting pollinated means that the flowers can't live on. Don't worry, Shinbi doesn't die, but something crazy meaningful is afoot. We see that Eunha is now on the rooftop, and Shinbi and Yerin are aiming guns at her. See, Shinbi's got a plan. If she can shoot Eunha and give her that harsh dose of reality, then when she goes back in time it'll be too late. The wish will be fulfilled, as it now has to be, but it will be worthless, because she'll have already grown up. Now this plan is inherently flawed, because Shinbi doesn't understand something crucial. But that will be revealed later. Eunha starts walking backwards, getting very close to the edge of the roof. Then, as Shinbi's about to shoot, Yerin rushes in to help Eunha. She's now made a different choice and gone onto her side. For a brief second, because Shinbi shoots Yedin instead, and she's torn from the fabric of dream reality. Not exactly what you intended, huh, Shinbi? At this point, Eunha falls off the roof, which is a way better choice than staying and getting shot. She wakes up without being hit by reality in a way that would make her lose her connection to her childhood. Not that it makes a difference, because as I said, there's something Shinbi really doesn't get, but don't worry, we're getting there. Anyways, Eunha seems very calm as she slowly falls off the building. She wakes up, now out of the dream, looks around, and lies back down. She knows that she just has to wait. And indeed, the clock starts spinning backwards, and Eunha's tears slowly reverse. Out the window, we see a sparkling Orion with shooting stars in the background. What does this mean? Is it a sign that the hunters are gone, trapped in the sky forever? A symbol of hope for Eunha, encouraging her to fight on when people try to stop her wishes and dreams? Or an ominous warning that the war is still raging on? That is yet unclear. But when the camera zooms out, everyone is there, all smiling and happy. Something they haven't been this whole time. Yedin wakes up Eunha, she smiles, and they all run off together with a skip in their steps. So what gives? This should not be happening. Shinbi shot Yedin, so why is she still there for Eunha? Heck, why are any of them there for her? Well, this brings us to Shinbi's big misunderstanding. Now, there's not really any direct proof for this in the video, but given everything else, it makes the most sense. Shinbi didn't understand what Eunha's wish really was. She thought Eunha wanted to go back in time to an environment where she could act as if she were a child again. Because as far as she was concerned, once you grow up, you can't go back. You become an adult and you stay that way. Which is why she tried to shoot Eunha, so that she would stay grown up and defeated. But Eunha's actual wish was to metaphorically turn back time within each member. That's right, the hunters, Yedin, and Shinbi, not just herself. To bring back that childlike sense of wonder they'd all lost. Shinbi didn't think this was possible, but it was. And you'll notice that in the final scene, everyone's in their grown-up clothes. They're still adults, but now they have that sense of wonder for good. And this is that major theme we saw with Yedin combining the seemingly opposed forces. That yes, it is possible to grow up, become an adult, and learn about the real world without losing the metaphorical magic of childhood and hopes and dreams. You can wake up from the dream without getting shot. In terms of GFriend, this video could mean that even though their concept is more mature and doesn't have their cute, innocent feel, they're still GFriend, they're still sweet, and they haven't let go of their dreams. But I think it also has a larger meaning. In modern society, we tend to think that a skeptical outlook is, if not correct, then at least a safer outlook to have. Being hopeful and trusting is either foolish, dangerous, or reason to be suspicious. But this story says quite the opposite. Shinbi's cynical attitude was her downfall. She ran from dangers that didn't exist. See, I told you that'd be important. She formulated a plan that was doomed to fail because she didn't see how her greatest rival could have such a hopeful and generous wish. And we can argue all day long about whether or not Eunha was morally a better person, but her hope and trustingness got things done, helped to change the world in a very real way. She really did have the upper hand, the upper fingertip, if you will. I hope you enjoyed this theory. I did put a lot of work into this. I was initially worried that, at best, there'd be something I'd have to gloss over or ignore, and at worst I'd have some gaping plot hole. But what really made me confident in this theory was how every little detail not only fit into it, but supported it. So again, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching.